What is up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Johnny. There's 3 people here. I'm gonna probably sit here for a minute before I get started. Jake, hey Johnny. Hello, Jake. I think you're one of my newest subscribers. Welcome to my channel. Christian, hello there. How you doing? I'm not gonna really start talking like that yet until I get more people in here. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. I appreciate it. I decided to do a live chat because I was sitting here on the couch. I'm trying to watch Disney Plus. I'm watching Mulan, and I'm not into it. I heard it wasn't that great of a movie, and I really am not into it. I have it on mute right now. It's not like it copyrights, but I'm like, I'm gonna do a live chat. I may get off here if I get a call from a friend of mine, but other than that, I'm on here. But I hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully we'll get more people in here. It's on a Saturday night. I try to do one. What's today? Today's Saturday. Did I try to do one? I tried to do one sometime in the past week, and a lot of people didn't show. It was during the week, so I guess a lot of people are at work. Like nobody showed up. It was kind of funny. It was actually I was just talking to open air for like 10 minutes. It was weird. But hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. 1 second. But I guess I'll also take this time to say happy holidays. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's well. And I hope everybody's healthy. That you know and you and your family have a good holiday. If you celebrate Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. I know I will. I think I'll have a good one, hopefully. But yeah, so I'm just here to talk about everything or anything you would like to talk about. Really, nothing's really off limits. I'll let you know if something is. But if you have any questions about Elvis Presley, Prince, Michael Jackson, you have my opinion on stuff, I will definitely answer your questions as best as I can. Or if you want me to show something in my collection, or I can go get somewhere, or maybe give you my opinion on something, just let me know. Let me know what you all want to talk about. Let me just tell you about some videos I have coming up. Videos I have coming up very soon. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I say that. I'm only 3 minutes in. I'm gonna maybe wait till it's like almost 10. So I'm gonna sit here and wait for more people. But I just hope everybody's having a good time. This time of year is supposed to be a happy time, and hopefully it is for you guys out there. The holidays be good. You got a date with Elvis? No. Wait, do you mean like an actual date or the album? Oh my gosh. If you mean the album, I have it. And I have the Ftd CD. So if that's what you mean, or you're just trying to be funny. The LP? Yes. Yes, I do. I do have that LP. It was actually the last a date with Elvis that was an LP. It was the last LP last LP that I needed. Holy crap, I'm getting tongue twisted. That I needed to complete my Elvis collection during his lifetime of all the stuff he released. All right, let me just I had 4 people, now it's like 3 again. I'm just gonna say I have a few videos coming up. I was trying to do this one video, but I kept getting disturbed. Does it have the song listed on cover? No, mine does not. It doesn't have the sticker on mine. Just to let you know. I have a few videos coming up. I was trying to do a video of my little tribute or 50th anniversary video for That's the Way It Is. just showing anything I have affiliated with That's the Way It Is in different formats. I kept getting disturbed doing that, so I just didn't do it. Then it is the first pressing. Yep, it is the first pressing. You're right. I can show that if you'd like. I can show it in a minute. So I do have that video coming up of That's the Way It Is coming up eventually. I still need to do my review of the FTD box set of the Elvis's back sessions. I still need to do my review of the From Elvis in Nashville. I still need to, what else? I'm still waiting for my Something for Everybody sessions box set from Elvis on FTD. What else? Oh, maybe I'll show them in a minute. But I got my Elvis pops in. They're right up there. I can grab them. Maybe I can show them in a minute. But I only got 2 people in here. But I also want to take this time and say, hey, that I really do appreciate all the new subscribers I get every month. I get about 20 subscribers every month. I'm slowly getting subscribers, getting a lot of subscribers. I've been doing this for probably about 3 years, almost about 3 years. I've been doing this YouTube thing, and I enjoy it. Just sharing my collection I have, my music collection, so maybe some information that's helpful to people. I really enjoy doing that. It's fun for me. I enjoy it very much. So, and what else? What else do I have coming up? Oh, I ordered a couple of things of Prince, stuff exclusively on his website, on the Prince Shop Elvis Shop Prince website. They have a special LP coming out of the hits one that came out in the early 90s from Warner Brothers, compilation of hits. Do you like the 50s, 60s, or 70s Elvis? I'm sorry, I just got a question from Jake. Jake's the only one's commenting because there's only 2 people in here. So if I hit 20 minutes and I still don't have a lot of subscribers, I'll probably just cut this off. Do I like 50s, 60s, or 70s Elvis? I mean, I all like them in their own ways. I like the 50s Elvis because, he had that certain rebellious type of look, type of attitude about him. I like the 60s because it's like he matured a lot from the 50s, and I think his voice was the best. His voice was the best in the 60s. But I think him in his prime was like 68 to 70. The way he looked physically and sounded vocally. That's why I think that's great about Elvis. But I love Elvis from 1972 and 56. That's fair enough. 72, he was still in pretty good form. I think so. I think 72, 73, after that, for me, I mean, I still love Elvis, all eras of Elvis, but I feel like after like 73, he started to decline a little bit, the way he sounded and all that. But I still enjoy all his music. I mean, everyone has times that they don't sound good or whatever. But what is your latest Elvis finds besides From Elvis in Nashville? I'm trying to think. Because I don't go out. I haven't been out as much lately, of course, with everything that's going on. But every once in a while, I have a friend. Me and him go out, and we will go record shopping. And I found, I think, a promo version, the embossed promo of the original Elvis That's the Way It Is LP, which I would show right now, but I'm going to save it for that video that I'm going to do. Because if I show it now, it's not going to be in good quality. But since I don't have at least 1,000 subscribers, I got to do this on my laptop, and I hate that I have to do it on my laptop. It really stinks because the quality is not there as good. So maybe when I hit 1,000 subscribers, slowly but surely, I think I will get there. I will be able to do it on my iPad, on my phone. It will be in better quality. What was I saying on my purchases? About that I made on Prince's website. Oh, the German version of Rolling Stone. I guess they had some copies they got in their store. I got that. It comes with an exclusive 45 of Prince with that Rolling Stone magazine. And I also got, like I said, a 2 LP of Elvis. Oh my gosh. Prince the Hits 1 that came out in the early 90s. And it's really the first time it has come out on vinyl in the US. I think there was a release in other countries, but not in the US. So I snagged me a copy of that. And I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I just heard the news yesterday. But Elvis, coming next August in 2021, he's going to be having his own graphic novel, which is really cool. I think it's from Marvel Comics and some other company. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up when you have the chance. It's really, really cool. But I think that's great. I'm going to try to order mine sooner or later. So it's still a year away. But what was I would say? Oh yeah, and if anyone the 3 people that are here, if you can like this video, I would totally appreciate it. Did you watch That's the Way It Is in theaters? I did. I actually saw it in my area. Me and a friend of mine, we went. There was a little crowd. Usually when I go to those things, when I go to an Elvis showing, like a screening of his movie in the theaters, they're usually not that busy. But actually, there was a little crowd there. I saw it in my area, and it was great. That was the 3rd time I saw That's the Way It Is on the big screen. It was like it's gonna fall back. Okay, but I did enjoy it very much. It's always cool to see an old. To me, it's always cool to see an old movie in general on the big screen. Just really cool to me, and because, like I said, usually it's dead. I think when I saw Elvis on tour in theaters, that was actually sold out. That was the biggest crowd I ever seen. And maybe when I saw a '68 comeback special a couple years ago, it was a little crowd for that one, I think. But that's about it. I feel like there's something wrong with this live chat because only one person's commenting. I mean, I could be wrong, but maybe people are just watching. But sometimes when this happens, that means there's something wrong with this live stream. It's not feeding right. It's happened before, but I could be wrong. I'm going to stay on here for at least another 10 minutes. And if more people don't show up, I'm just going to shut it off. Usually a day ahead, I put out that I'm going to do a live, and then people catch on to it. But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be tonight. So I'm trying to think what else do I have coming up. Oh, let me just go grab those Elvis pops real quick. Maybe I'll shut them real quick. See. There's actually something else I need to tell you about these Elvis pops. And show them in order. Which one is the first one? Let's see. The first Elvis pop was this, and this I got these off Amazon, and this one was sold out on Amazon. This is the glare though. This is a Jailhouse Rock pop, but I'm gonna make a separate video one day showing these because this is obviously isn't good quality. But this is a Jailhouse Rock pop, so that's cool. So there's 3 of them. Then we have the Blue Hawaii pop. Pretty cool. So stay tuned to my channel. I will definitely make a video that will better show these. So pretty cool. We got the Blue Hawaii pop. And then we have the '68 comeback special one. And actually there's an exclusive of this on entertainmentearth.com, which I did order. That's going to be coming I think sometime in January. And it's actually it has a metallic look to the figure. Looks the same, but like a glittery metallic type look. So I can't wait to get that. I gotta get the covers for these. I also have my Prince ones back there, but these are really cool. I just realized this guy has a mark on his face. I wonder if it can come off. But yeah, so really cool to have. Pretty awesome. I remember when they came out the first round of these in the early 2010s. I remember seeing those in stores years ago, and I was like, man, I almost bought them too. I remember seeing, I think I was at FYE or something. I remember seeing them, and I'm like, that's just something else I don't need. It's just something that's going to sit on the shelf. And now those pops are worth I think $300 a piece. I think there was only 2 of them. I think there was a 50s Elvis and a 70s Elvis. But now I wish I bought those, but they're worth a lot of money. But let me put these back over here. I gotta get the covers for these to protect the box. I don't collect these things. If I find certain ones I'm interested in, I buy them, but that's about it. So, pretty cool. I really want to try like refreshing the page. Yeah, NECA is coming out. I saw that figure. I may want to try to get that figure. Let me try something. This may mess up my live stream. I don't know if I should try it. I was going to try refreshing this page, but it may mess it up. But yeah. No, I'm looking at my phone. Let me see the live stream on my phone. There's only one commenter, so I'm not missing anything. But there's 6 people in here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I like how it's like delayed. It sounds funny. See, I just got another commenter. Okay, cool. Rockstars, hey, what's going on there, man? I don't know if I've ever seen you on one of my live chats before, or were you as a different username before? But I guess I can show some stuff that I'm going to show in my "That's the Way It Is" video because it is sitting right here, and then I'll just make the video later. But I just was going to do a videos very soon, spotlighting the 50th anniversary of "That's the Way It Is." It just passed. And so this is some of the stuff I was going to show all the different formats of Elvis. And this is one of them. This is the original master recording of "That's the Way It Is." This came out in the early 90s. This is from Japan. Really cool to have. It has it's like a gold CD, and on the inside opens like that. But see, pretty cool. But cinnamon, canela. Hello, Johnny. Like your hair. Thank you. I appreciate it. But this CD actually sounds, to me, pretty good. Pretty damn good. Really like it. I still have this FTD, One Night in Vegas. This is one of the earlier FTDs, the opening night show from that season in Vegas. This is still a good box set, man. I kept it all these years. But there you go. Can you tell the difference? I could. I feel like it was more fuller. It was more full, the sound. Or maybe it's just the state of mind because it says original master recording, mobile fidelity sound lab. But to me, I thought it sounded a little better than a standard CD. But it could just be me. You know, I could be wrong. But, okay. See if it was in there properly. And I also have the 8-track. I don't think this is the original one though, because it has a generic sleeve, but still cool to have. I almost got the original reel-to-reel tape to this. Yeah, I do want to get that on tour Elvis figure, definitely. Here's my classic album series FTD of "That's the Way It Is." Pretty cool. And of course, I have the "That's the Way It Is" 2014 box set. I got that. Oh, I have this, the Blu-ray of "That's the Way It Is," little collectible one with the book and everything. And I think I have my movie ticket. This is from the second time I saw it in theaters. This was for Elvis's 81st birthday. Me and my sister went. And I had my ticket when I saw it in like 2014 in Atlanta. I think I saw that with one of my ex-girlfriends or something, I think. But yeah, pretty cool. I have all the 4 quad. Nice. Very nice. See, I don't have a lot of those quad A tracks or anything like that. I usually just have stand-up albums. I do have the quadraphonic version of from Elvis, the On Stage in Memphis album from '74. I do have that. Still in the shrink. Very nice. I got that from a friend of mine. But really nice. Yeah, good luck finding a player. Yeah, I know. I wish it would come out with. I mean, I think this is something that will never come back as far as like how vinyl has. But if they came out with a player, I would like to play these. I had a player, but it was the player I think was fucked up. Excuse my language. But I had a player for this A track, but the player wouldn't stop and it would snap the tape. It snapped like 2 of my A track tapes. I wasn't that mad because they're A tracks. They're not really worth anything. But whatever. Okay, let me show you what else I have for That's the Way It Is. I also have this. That's the Way It Is box set with all the shows recorded and the original album and the select rehearsals. So I got this. This is a very good box set, man. If you were able to get this, you were lucky. I think this is out of print. It goes for a little bit of money now. You can't really get it like directly from Amazon or whatever. You gotta get it from. Usually, you get it from a seller. It's a little bit overpriced. So I'm glad I got this when I did. Very good box set. It's totally worth it. And then, of course, I spent, an arm and a leg to get this box set. It came out a few months ago. Oh, my gosh. And it's heavy as shit. I got the FTD of the rehearsals. Really cool, though. But I don't know. Johnny 8-Tracks is not supposed to stop. You'll pull out to stop. Oh, really? Well, maybe that was the issue. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't around from the era of 8-Tracks. I had this player. So you got to be. Okay, so when you have an 8-track, you have to be there when the song ends, and then you got to take it out real quick. Is that what you got to do? Because I don't know. Okay, you got to pull it out. Okay, well, then it's my fault then. I don't know. So, but yeah, I do have this. Really cool. Kenneth, what's up, Kenneth? How you doing? Good to see you. Like he just came in with no. But yeah. But this is I tell you what, I was skeptical about this, but after getting it, I really do enjoy it. This is cool. The books are awesome on this box set. It's amazing. Really, really is. But again, okay, there's 13 people in here. I'm glad. I just want to say again, welcome everybody who's dropped by. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, just drop them in here. If you have any questions or you want to hear my opinion of something, you want me to show something, because some of my people who've been part of my channel longer, they know I'll go back and show you something. I'll try to give you my opinion or info about stuff. I only bought that set in hopes they would make one. Let me do this. All right. I think we froze for a second. I think I'm back. But I do hope I think that Elvis on tour will happen in 2022 because it'll be the 50th anniversary. I'm sure they'll re-release it back in theaters. That's just my prediction, but I think it'll be true. And I'm looking forward to it. It's stupid. That's like the only area for some reason they have not touched on Elvis. It just doesn't make sense. They got to do it. And I think when they do it, it'll be great. Maka Paka, is that how you say it? How are you? Thank you for coming. Lagging. Oh yeah, I figured it was lagging. It told me on the top that it was lagging. Hopefully it's good now. My connection. Show us your record room. Well, this is currently my record room. This is actually really my dining room. Okay, good. I'm back. This is really my dining room. I have a roommate. I used to do my earlier videos in another room. So this is my recollection of here. I don't want to have to carry this computer around. There's my record player. So, yeah. There we go. But this is really my room for right now. And it's okay. It's all right. Do you know if there is a CD of all the songs from his movies one CD or album. I don't think there's a box set or anything just with just his movie songs, but they do have. I remember in the '90s they came out with the double feature CDs, which I own a couple of them. They have those, and then of course they have the FTD Classic Album Series. But I don't think there's not just a one box set of just his movie soundtrack songs. The chances of them doing that I think is a little slim because a lot of people don't go for his soundtracks. But sometimes in those Elvis soundtracks, there was a couple of good songs. There really, really was. One day I want to do a video about, I think, that are some of his best movie soundtrack songs. Get a better camera. Well, Connor, this is, like I said, this is on my computer. This is the only option I have right now. Unless I guess I can get a webcam, but whatever. There is an on-tour set with 9 CDs. I know what you're talking about. There is an on-tour set, but it's unofficial. I'm not really a bootleg guy. I would love to get it, but it's super expensive. But I would love to get that set. I'm trying to hold out for an official set. But I know I think it's from Amiga Records. It's some kind of bootleg label. But I heard it was very good quality. Ain't knocking it, but it's just not for me. What's your favorite record? What do you mean by that, Connor? Do you mean like what's my favorite in my collection or just one to listen to? What do you mean? Get your roommate on video. Nah, they're not here right now. There is a box set with all Ryan Simpson said there is a box set with all the movie soundtracks. Ryan, if you know the box set, tell me the title because I don't know of it. Or maybe remind me. Maybe I did see it before, but I just don't remember it. I'm curious. There they said with all the movies. Okay, you said that. Okay, thanks. Okay, look like I have a troll in here. But I'm about to block. I need to make moderators one day. John, if you had a choice to pick one, that's the way it is, 50th or on or from Elvis in Nashville. That would be hard. Oh, Lord. I mean, there's so much material for that's, but from Elvis in Nashville kind of goes with that's the way it is. So that's kind of hard to decide because songs in those sessions from Elvis in Nashville go that are appear on that album and on that movie. So it'd be very hard to choose, but there's just a lot of. I mean, of course, right now I'm enjoying from Elvis in Nashville because it's just great to hear those songs all basically the original studio sessions, how they were recorded. Whoever was in the room, that's how it was recorded, and that's how they appear on that box set, and it's great. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get rid of this person. There's a person in here being a dumbass. Remove. You could put somebody in timeout. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. Okay, now I'm a little bit behind. Now I gotta go back up. I'll look for it again. I had that set at one point. Yeah, let me know what that box set is for the movie soundtracks. I'm really curious. Part 2 of the 60 box set is all movie songs. Yeah, but that's only a selection of movie songs, Corey. It's not all the movie soundtrack songs. It's like the greatest hits for the soundtracks. It's like the best of. It was a 3 CD set though. What's up, bro? What is it like going? Okay. If I had to choose now, I guess I would say From Elvis and Nashville. That's what I had to choose right now. That's what I gotta choose. Wow. Oh man, we got a lot of trolls in here tonight. People. How does this happen? Tell me. Hold on. Hmm. You have gorgeous hair. I'm 99% bald myself. That's funny. Thank you. Rest in peace, Charlie Pride. Brad. What's up, Brad? Yeah, I heard that news. My mom texted me earlier about Charlie Pride dying. It's crazy. So, yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Pride. He was great. Very unique voice for country music. He broke down some barriers, seeing that he was African American in country music. So, and he got a lot of crap when he was doing country music when he came out. But yeah, Charlie Pride, great artist. Really, really great artist. Awesome. I have some of his stuff. I have a few of his records somewhere. I don't know where they are right now, but I think I gave some of them away to a friend of mine. But I do. I know I have at least a CD of his greatest hits. But yeah, R.I.P. Charlie Pride. I forgot that he died today. I'm glad someone else knew about it. Posted a link to the box set unboxing. Okay, cool. Thank you. I went to an antique store and bought a Elvis 78 on RCA. Nice. I don't have luck finding 78s, Kenneth. Not at all. I own one. If I do find them, they're usually in crap shape. So I won't just I know I just won't buy just any. So okay. Let's see what else we got. Do you support Biden, Trump, or but that's Jack, I'm not gonna do political stuff in here. Just let you know. I like to keep that stuff to myself. I'm not really that political of a person. What? What other music do I like? Oh man, I like all types of music. Mark's X. What other music do I like? I like a lot. Um, I gotta say, mostly in my free time, I listen to R&B. Is probably my most listened to genre. But I like everything. I really do listen to everything. I know that's like a easy answer, cheap answer, but it really is true. I do listen to a lot of stuff, but there's also a lot of stuff I don't know. So it was all shook up March 22nd. I think that's the one I have. I think that's the only 78 I have is all shook up, to be honest, Kenneth. And I found that about a year ago. How do you feel about the Bruce Jackson book set? Okay, I thought about getting that book set, Corey, but I'm not going to get it. First of all, it's too damn expensive. I just spent a lot of money on that Elvis That's the Way It Is box set with the rehearsals from FTD. I just spent $350 on that. I think it'll be a good book. I think it's way overpriced for 3 CDs. It's not worth it to me for the soundboard recordings. But I think it would be great if somehow Because apparently Bruce Jackson, who was Elvis's sound engineer, I think from what, 71 to maybe the end of Elvis's career. Apparently, rumor has it that Bruce Jackson has a lot of soundboard recordings from probably almost every show that he engineered when he was Elvis's engineer. And I think it would be great if they came out, if they joined with his estate and released those concerts. I think it'd be great. I think there's a chance, there's a lot out there. But what I think of that book itself, I mean, I'm not going to get it. I hope whoever gets it enjoys it. It's just too much damn money. That's all. I think it'll be cool in a way. I would love to hear that Atlanta show from '76. That's in the box set. Love to, but I'm at the pass on that. So it's coming out, I think, next month. So whoever gets that, I hope they enjoy it. You need to make someone a moderator to dispose of trolls. I'll do that. Braz, since you suggested it, how about I add you as a moderator? There you go. So I'm going to start adding some moderators. I'm going to try to notice who's at most of my live chats, and I will add moderators. That'd be great. Good idea. Posted that link in your last video, or I'll check it out after this live chat. I'm looking for Sun 78s. Kenneth, good luck. I own only one Sun record, and it's beat to shit, but it's still worth a lot of money. And the way I found it, I was very fortunate. But that's really the last expensive stuff I need in my Elvis collection is those Sun 45s, and I'm not looking forward to getting them for all the money they are. All the money I have to spend to get them. I mean, even one in crappy shape can be $200, $250, or you can. Usually, the average price you'll pay for one, and I guess very good plus shape is like $500, unless you find a deal out there. But Sun, of course, they're worth a lot of money. We all know that who collect Elvis. But do you have all Elvis's movies? Yes, I do own all Elvis's movies on DVD, some on Blu-ray. Do you like the song Fairy Tale, sung by Elvis and written by the... Wow, okay, Deborah. That's new to me. I did not know that Fairy Tale was written by the Pointer Sisters. That's very interesting. Now I got to look that up. Really got to look that up now. Bradbury asks, are you going to buy Ed's Friday music albums for $500? Nah, I'm at the pass on that. That's not to me, in my opinion, that's not a bad price. They're $30. I watched his live chat. I wasn't there when it was live. I watched it afterwards. That's not a bad deal. So I'm promoting my boy Ed, the King's Court. $500, that's not a bad deal at all. I mean, you figure they're $30 brand new, all those reissues. He's asking 20 a piece. I think that's fair, people. But not for me. I don't need them. I have enough Elvis vinyl. I would love to have FTDs though, but that's not a bad deal to me. And it's almost all of them. So that's what I got to say about that. Do you know one of the supporting actors that was with Elvis and Girl Hopping Spin At played George Bailey's son in It's a Wonderful Life? No, I didn't. Huh, that's very interesting. Now I got to find out what actor that is. Got to look it up. The Atlanta show is on bootleg. Yeah, I know, Brad. I'm just saying it's on probably multiple bootlegs, but I would assume that the one in that book is probably going to be in better quality. I'm just assuming because some bootleg shows get, of course, released multiple times and they sound better than others. But yeah. Will they re-release American Sound Studio Sessions? If you're talking about, I do own that from FTD. This, I don't know. That's a good question. Who asked that? White Rabbit. Thank you for the question. I don't know. Maybe eventually they'll put it on the regular RCA label, but of course FTD has it. But now this is out of print, people, so you cannot get it anymore, which is very unfortunate. This is a great box set. Whoever was lucky enough to get their hands on it, I think they would agree. I mean, this is some of Elvis's best stuff in his career. You know, can't really all good material there. Do you own many FTD sets? Kevin Vinyl. Hello, Kevin Vinyl. How are you doing? I own a lot of the classic album series. I own a few live shows by mostly Major just in his studio work with the outtakes. I own a few books. One that's very rare, which I have right here. I can show you real quick. The Madison Square Garden book. This goes for a lot of money. It sold out instantly when it was published. They never reprinted it again, as far as I know. Corey, yes, the rumor is Bruce has a large collection of shows on soundboard, including the Indie 77 show, which, if true, would be something special. Yeah, Corey, it really would be great. I think it'd be great if they would join with his estate somehow. I ordered the vinyl for Prince's hits. Okay, cool. We got a Prince person in here. Did you buy it? Yes, I did, Deborah. I did buy that set. Ordered it yesterday. I think the news came out yesterday about that. Did you know Ryan Millsap played on Elvis songs, Kentucky Rain and Don't Cry Daddy? I did know that. You know, Ronnie Millsap I am not a fan of. I can't do his music. It's too boring for me. But I appreciate his talent. I sent him my 45 pick sleeve and he signed it for me. Wow, that's cool though. James Burton and Ronnie Tuss signed for me too. Wow, that's really, really cool. That's really cool, Kenneth. Wow. It's a new hobby of mine. Beats getting only bills in the mail. That's funny. I like that. But yeah, that MSG book is my white whale. I got a lot of FTD books. I got other rare ones. This one's, I think it may just became unavailable. This one right here, not this one. This one's rare. I'm gonna show it in a minute. But this one, I also have this book on FTD. I got this one at Graceland. This was like the last copy when I went. I'm sure they got other ones, but yeah, I do have this. This book is very hard to find. Love this book. This is from his benefit shows in Hawaii in 1961. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I have these two books. It's like a volume 1 and 2 thing. These, the Rebel with a Cause and the Wild 156. Pretty cool book. I like certain, there's still ones I want, but they're out of print. So if I do try to get them, they're going to be hard to get. I want to get the Welcome Home Elvis book. And I think it's from Nashville to Hollywood or Memphis to Hollywood. It's around the time it takes place during GI Blues recording sessions and all that stuff. But the only one I can find online is new for $235. Should I buy it or wait? What do you bet on? White Rabbit, what do you mean? What release did you find for $235? Let me know, and I'll give you my opinion. If it's that MSG book, that really is a good deal. If you're talking about the MSG book, because that book doesn't come up on the market a lot at all. That's all I know. And when it does, it goes for a shit ton of money. Excuse my language. You'll find that I do cuss on here a little more. But yeah. What else do I have that I can show? Oh, since we have a Prince person in here, Deborah, did you get this? I was fortunate enough to get one. I wish I bought two to resell one because these are going for like $600 when you bought it for $100. So crazy. Signs of the Times singles box set. I got what number did I get? I can't remember now. Number 1,314. That's the number that I got. So very cool to have. Very cool to have. I know I have another FTD book to show. Oh, this is actually the first FTD book ever released. That's the way it was book. But later, a few years later, they came out with the CD on its own. But I may sell this book. If anyone's interested, I may sell this book one day. And when I decide on that, I will let you know. But we'll see. We will see. Because I really don't need it anymore. Gotta go, Johnny. Thanks for bringing us Elvis fans together. Thank you, rock stars. Thank you for coming by. Okay, White Rabbit, you're talking about American Sound Studio. $235. It's gonna be hard to find. I wouldn't pull the trigger right away. You may get lucky and find one for cheaper. I don't know. If you feel like it's a good deal, it's what you're willing to pay, then I would do it. If you really want that box set really bad, there's a chance it may come out in the future on the regular RCA label, but who knows when that will be. I would say maybe in the next 5 years, because they do stuff in anniversaries, but next will be the 55th anniversary. But if you can't wait, I would get it. I think that's the most complete we're going to get of those sessions too. But it's really, you really make the call. No, I missed out, but I have the Peach and Black and the Signs of the Times CD box set. I do too. I have the, I bought the 2LP Peach, the original studio album, Signs of the Times, and I bought the Record Store Day, the picture disc version. And I do have the Super Deluxe CD box set. It's actually down here too. But yeah. But yeah, White Rabbit, it's up to you, man. If you think it's a good deal. Me personally, it's hard to say because I guess because I have it already. But if you're patient enough, maybe in this near future we'll get it on Sony Legacy. But it just makes me wonder what Elvis releases are going to come out next year, because there's not really any special anniversary. The only thing I could think of maybe if they do any vinyl reissues on Friday Music, they need to go ahead and do Elvis Country and Love Letters. I mean, Love Letters isn't liked by many, but is part of his legacy. They should release it. I think there's at least a few fans out there that would like it. And they should definitely do Elvis Country. A lot of people like Elvis Country. Very good album. But I always said I feel like they won't do it because they feel like the cover's misleading, maybe. I don't know. Are they having a birthday Elvis celebration next month? I don't know, Kenneth. I don't know if they're going to do Elvis Week. They'll probably do it the same way they did it in August. Very limited things, very limited events. I haven't heard anything about it. White Rabbit can't wait 5 years. I don't blame you. Then maybe you should go ahead and get it. Maybe you should go ahead and get that box set if you see it. If you're hell-bent on it. But yeah, I would assume they're going to do a little bit of something, but maybe not. I personally don't see this whole pandemic thing going away anytime soon for some reason. Especially since we having a new president coming in. Who knows what that can bring. But you got stacks on vinyl. I do have the 2LP set. I want the CD box set. Never bought it. Well, I can listen to that for free on Amazon Music. I have. That's it. Yep. You got it right here. The Elvis set stacks. Is this the regular one? I know there was one from Newberry Comics also, but this is, I mean, all his different sessions he had, like the ones at Stax, American Sound, everything in Nashville, they're all unique, in their own way. But I can wait 5 years, LOL. Okay. I thought you said you can't because you really wanted it. Okay, you can. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you can live without it, man. I'd wait. Or just keep looking. You may even find a better deal. I wash my hands in muddy water on the new Elvis record rocks. I cranked that song up. Yeah. Oh man, I tell you what, with that From Elvis in Nashville box set, which I have right here. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this because I really want to do my review on it, but it just makes you appreciate all these songs more in a different light. You know, how they were originally recorded. You know, of course, I like the original versions too that are on the albums, like, you know, with the overdubs and all that afterwards. But some songs really do sound kick ass without all those overdubs. Like, I mean, everyone talking about Patch It Up sounding amazing without the overdubs. It really does. It does sound amazing. Or his vocal performance and Tomorrow Never Comes. You can really appreciate it. Same with Heart of Rome. That always had crazy overdubs in that song. I mean, so much good stuff. But still, see, I want to say something, but I don't want to talk about it because I want to keep it for my review. I need to hurry up and do this review for that. But it really does kind of, yes, it all does sound great. I mean, I want them to do more projects like this, like the original, you know, sessions mixes. They did this with Elvis Today on the Legacy edition of Elvis Today. So they did it with this. Hopefully, they'll do it with stacks, like not just with the outtakes, like actually the undubbed masters of songs from stacks. Is that Elvis from stacks is the master recordings with all the overdubs. But hopefully one day they'll do something like this, either on FTD or Sony Legacy. Preferably Sony Legacy, but this will be cheaper. Because if this was on FTD, it probably would have been, God, at least $70, I would say. Gosh, FTD is just so expensive. And Danny Boy on Way Down in the Jungle Room is lit. I do have Way Down in the Jungle Room, the vinyl. I never bought the Sony Legacy CD. Never bought it, but wish I did. Have you ever heard of a band called Sleep Token? No, I have not. Now I got to look that up. I'm always open to listening to new people. Lots of great songs. It was a big home run. It really was, Kenneth. From Elvis Nashville. Way overdue, you know, but they got to milk out the legacy and they got to make us buy stuff over and over again. They got to make us buy the studio classic album series of FTDs. They got to make us buy all different vinyls. Unreleased stuff from these sessions go all the way back at least to the 90s or late 80s. So, but now they're at this point. Sad to hear Charlie Pride pass away. Yeah, that stinks. Beat Up Record Collector. You've been on my channel for a while. So since you've been on my channel for a while, there, Beat Up Record Collector, I will make you a moderator, just for the hell of it. So if I miss something, you can do it. And actually, you too, Kenneth, because you're in a lot of my chats too. So you're a moderator as well. So. Say to hear about Charlie Pride. What are your thoughts on country music, and do you own any vinyls or CDs? Okay, my take on Charlie Pride. I talked earlier. If you missed it, I'll say it again. Charlie Pride. I love his music. He has great music. He had a very unique voice. He really pushed the envelope with, at the time, being African American doing country music. Great. He has great music. I own at least his greatest hits. I used to have a few of his CDs. But I enjoy country music in general, especially the stuff I grew up on, you know, stuff from, to me, the best era of country music, the 80s and 90s, 2000s. I do enjoy country music. When we moved down here to Georgia, we listened to a lot of it. And I love country music. I always compare country music to rap music, which the reason why I do is the storytelling. Storytelling used to be awesome in country music and rap. But everything is just pop now. But I love country music. I really, really do. Do you have, okay, Deborah X, do you have a video of your Michael Jackson vinyl collection and CD collection? Yes, I do. And I should have a playlist. Unless I have it on private, maybe I need to go check. But look at my videos. I definitely have them, but you may have to look a while back. But I do show both my vinyl and my CD collection in separate videos. You are so welcome, Beat Up Record Collector. Bradbury. Paul McCartney has 10 different colors of his latest vinyl. Paul McCartney and the Beatles, they know how to rob their fans blind. Because they're blinded by love of the Beatles, his fans. And I'm not trying to knock the Beatles or Paul. I think they're great. I get why they're big. I don't have no desire to get his new album, but I heard about all that, and some of those different colored vinyls of Paul's new album is going for some money already. I know the one for Third Man Records is a special exclusive. But are you letting your hair grow and parting from your Elvis hairstyle? Yeah, I am for right now. I never. This is the longest I ever had my hair in my life. A lot of my life, I actually used to shave all my hair off. And I'm very fortunate for having hair because my father's bald. If I was going bald, it would have happened already. I get my hair from my mother's side. But yeah, I just wanted to do something different. I really did. I mean, they give me crap about it at work, but I don't care. What are you going to do? But yep. I can't wait for them to do Aloha. Me too, White Rabbit. I think Aloha, it again, we talked about it on tour already. 2023 will be the 50th anniversary of Aloha. And I think we'll see. Let me show this box set. I'm showing all my box sets today. The 50th anniversary of the 60th comeback. We'll see something similar with like this, probably for Aloha, with the Blu-ray, with the special on Blu-ray and all the audio that's available for those Aloha shows. But yeah, so I'm sure they'll do something like this with Aloha. And I'm sure they'll put it back in theaters, which I never saw Aloha from Hawaii in theaters. That'd be cool to see. Are you excited about the new Elvis movie coming out with Tom Hanks? I am. I'm very curious about how it's going to be. It can either be good or bad. They were having production problems because I know Tom Hanks got COVID-19 earlier this year. Now they continued production on it. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm always open to ideas. There's some stubborn Elvis fans out there like, oh, they can't do something about his life. They can't rework some of Elvis's music. It's not the same. I give it to people who try. I give it to like Sony Legacy. We're trying different concepts with his music. I really do. But yeah. So I'm very excited about that movie. Very, very excited. Brenda Lee once said, country is about life. I think country music, like I said, it really is. Country music is a big storytelling genre, just like rap music. I mean, some people may agree with that or not. But there was a time where I felt like now to me, country music don't sound like country music anymore. You don't hear the fiddle like that. You don't hear the steel guitar. You don't hear stuff like the elements in country music that make it country music anymore. Not to me. Especially because everything is just pop. No matter what genre it is, alternative. There's no genre anymore. Country, rap, even some new R&B, stuff like that. You know, it's just a shame. I don't like to. I'm very selective with new music. I give it a chance, but I'm very selective with it. Do you collect Buddy Holly and the Crickets, Fats Domino, Little Richard? I have a few other things I collect. This is the thing, Ken. If I collected everything I listened to or I enjoyed, I would have a lot of shit. So I'm very selective with what I collect. I know I have at least one Fats Domino record and at least one Little Richard. I do enjoy Chuck Berry very much. I know I have some Chuck Berry. I don't have anything Buddy Holly. His records are very hard to find. If you do, they usually go for some money because he didn't have a long career. So, all right. Kenneth or one of you moderators, can you take care of this person that just came in? I want to see the action happen. You guys do it. Let me see because I don't know who the hell this is. But Hank Williams Sr. Hank Williams Sr. I'm not a fan of. Oh wait, Hank Williams Sr. I'm thinking Hank Williams Jr. Now, Hank Williams Sr. was awesome. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for deleting that shit. I really do appreciate it. Go ahead and block them if you can. You timed them out. Just delete them totally. Hide them from the chat. But Hank Williams Sr. I enjoy. Hank Williams Jr. No. There's certain country music I don't like, and Hank Williams Jr. is definitely one of them. Like, if heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't want to go. That's just too much for me. What is your rarest Elvis record? Ooh, I have a little stack. I can show you some of my rarest Elvis 45s. I can go grab them real quick. I think I showed them before, but let me show them again. I showed them in another live chat I did. So give me just a couple of seconds, a couple minutes. Be right back. All right, here's some of my Elvis 45s. My mom opened for Hank Williams Jr. once upon a time. True story. Really? I guess your mother was a musician. That's cool. All right, but White Rabbit, let me show you some of my rare 45s that I have. Like I said earlier in my chat, I have one Sun 45. This is a mystery train, but I forgot to remember to forget. But this is in very, wow, that light helped this video a lot. I'm gonna keep it on. But this is a very crappy shape. Not in good shape. But you're gonna see that most of the ones that are rare that I have, they are gospel singles. Like this one. Beautiful shape of, which one is this? Milky White Way with Swing Down Sweet Chariot. Gold standard. Beautiful shape. Looks brand spanking new. Awesome. Same with this one. This one goes for a lot of money. Just has a touch of wear on it. Not really. This is very hard to find in good shape. This is known only to him with Joshua Fit the Battle. You can't even see the wear on the sleeve. It's just very faint around the face. Not on the face, but around from the label. And I actually have the standalone promo somewhere in one of my other 45s. And here's another one. We call on him with You'll Never Walk Alone. Okay. And this is a promo one. Awesome. This next 45 is the last one I needed from his lifetime. And I got a good deal for it though. It goes for a lot of money, but I still paid, I guess, a good amount. But it was totally worth it. I'll never find a sleeve in this shape. You'll never find it in this shape of this one. This is of His Hand in Mine with How Great Thou Art. Very, very good stuff. But I wanted big gospel Ftd release. White Rabbit, they have a couple of books. I know one of them is hard to get, but one of them you can still get. Oh, and this is a promo. For some reason, it's not coming up. So, this is a promo version of this. You know, Brad, funny you mentioned that. He touched me. I got it right here. And this is the one that was pressed wrong. It's debated how many of them got out that were pressed wrong. And this is in good shape. I want to say the other side of the sleeve has just a tad touch of wear on the sleeve, but still very good shape. Cannot complain. So, all right. I don't know if y'all are ready for this one. This is an EP. This was just really a promotional thing for jukeboxes. I think only about 2,000 or 2,500 were made, but you don't see these come up often. You ready for this? The EP of Aloha from Hawaii. And this is still in the shrink with the jukebox strips. I got this for a pretty good deal at a record show, I think in Alabama. I live in Georgia, in case you're wondering. So, yeah. So those are my rare 45s. If I had to say rare albums I have, it's probably Elvis's 57 Christmas album. I can grab that real quick. And of course, I have his first album. I have both variations of his first album, the dark pink and the light pink. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, Brad. A lot of you're probably talking about this one. A lot of people never seen this one before. A lot of people, believe it or not, are not familiar with it. But I found out about it a few years back, and then I found one last year. The guy wanted $300 for this. I think I got it for 150. So I was very happy with that because it goes for a lot. It goes for a lot. I want to say only a handful went out to jukeboxes, and I want to say the other ones that they had went to like some kind of fan club on the West Coast. But yeah, a lot of people don't know about this. So sometimes it's hard to put a price in it for people. But yeah. So that's that. All right. Now when I get done with this video, I'm gonna have to put all this stuff back. So that's gonna be fun. But anyways. But yeah, let me get my Christmas album. It's in very good shape. And while I'm doing that, I will put this back. So let's see. I have them all in order. Here it is. I got this for a good price a long time ago. I think I got it for like $50. But it's in awesome shape. Can't really complain for its age. His original 57 Christmas album. Very nice. And the big deal is you can still read the spine super clear. I'll do a video. I want to do a video just spotlighting this album one day. And I want to show it. And this is rare. It's not the whole thing, but I got a little piece of the gold sticker. You know, most of it. Like a corner got eaten off. But the vinyl is a little rough. You know, this album is very hard to find the vinyl itself in good shape, especially. But usually the spine's all tore up. So I got very fortunate. I think I got this for like $50. And I'm like, wow. You never see it. I need to really buy it. So I got this, I would say at least 7 or 8 years ago. But very fortunate just to have it. No matter, just always, it could be in shitty shape. It'll go for a lot of money. And the inside, the book is beautiful. But okay. Who is your favorite Elvis leading lady? Well, Anne Margaret is good. I also liked what's her name? Was it Shelley Forbes? She was in Clambake and I think Girl Happy and maybe Spin Out. She was very good. I thought she was good too. Elvis EP, $200, $300. Okay. Well, I'm happy about that. I think it'll only go up in value. Do you post Elvis records on Elvis Collector's Facebook pages? No, but I should. Maybe I should one day. But what record player / cartridge you rocking? I have an Audio Technica record player. Direct driven with the adjustable weight, you know. Stock. It's not. It doesn't automatically come up and go back. And it just has a stock cartridge on it. I'm gonna upgrade the cartridge eventually. Probably when I had that. Only had this record player for about a year, but probably in another year I would like to replace that cartridge, get an upgraded one, maybe a few $100s. But that's the one I have right now, and I have nice speakers and a nice Denon receiver. I got these speakers from my father, but he downsized. You can see them a little bit right there. And there's a receiver. That receiver's too. I want to get a new receiver though because that receiver is too big to fit in that cabinet. It's too fat, so I'm gonna get a newer one eventually. So. That's right, and it sounds great. It's kind of that's all I need. I don't need anything crazy to really, bust everything down. Let me put this back. But yeah, there you go. Well, I'm glad I got 12 people on here. It's cool. Yeah, who doesn't like Anne Margaret though? Everyone loves Anne Margaret. She's great. Her music was okay. If you could find Anne Margaret's records, they go for a lot of money. I mean, a more common one is the one with her and Al Hurt. But if you find her early solo ones or the soundtrack she was in, like, what was the name of that one movie she was in? Was it Swingers or something? I have a CD compilation that was released on Real Gone Music of hers. That's all I have. I don't have anything else of hers. But one of my favorite actresses in general, since we're talking about actresses, is Dorothy Dandridge. I was just talking about her the other day with somebody. She's beautiful, beautiful actress. She was in Carmen in the 50s, stuff like that. Get the Manny amp. Okay, I'll look that up. But I love Dorothy Dandridge. And actually, Dorothy Dandridge, the actress, she came out with a 45 back in the day. A lot of people don't know about, and I own it. And it doesn't go for a lot of money. I think this is so unknown because no one knew. And she had an unreleased album. They released that on CD sometime in the late 90s. It goes for a little bit of money. I need to buy it, though. So I love her. And I want to get, she's on the cover of Life magazine. I would love to get that Life magazine. She appeared on it in the 50s. And Margaret does a good Heartbreak Hotel. It's okay. Her Heartbreak Hotel's okay. It's all right. It's cool to hear a take on Heartbreak Hotel. There's other people that covered it too. I think some kind of soul band, R&B band covered it too. But do you sing in a band? No, I don't sing. I'm not a musician of any kind. I'm a wannabe musician. What I mean by that is I had a keyboard, I have a guitar and stuff. At one point, I remember I was teaching myself a while back, and I stopped. I really should go back to trying it. I remember, especially with piano, I was trying to do it. I had all these books, and I just quit. I don't know why. I can still go back and do it, I guess. Yeah, thanks for the recommendations on the receiver. Why would Anne Margaret albums command a high price? I don't know, bit of recollection, but if you look them up, they do. There's this one label she was on that wasn't RCA that she was on in the 70s. Very briefly, it was a short-lived label. The only reason why I know this was my friend has some of her records. Oh, I can't remember what it looks like. It looks like a Greek guy, like a Greek statue on the label. And it starts with a C, but those go for a lot of money, the 45s. But they just command a lot of money. They really, really do. I've seen them sell for a lot. But the one with Al Hurt's the most common, but I still can't even find that. I found it once, but it wasn't in good shape. So, but yep. Trying to think how much longer I'm gonna stay on here. Did Jackson sing Heartbreak Hotel too? No, it's not the same Heartbreak Hotel, but I know what you're saying. They actually changed the title to that song, to This Place Hotel, the Jacksons, to not be confused with Heartbreak Hotel, Elvis's song. Because it does say in the Jackson song, "This is Heartbreak Hotel. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel." But the title is called This Place Hotel. So, but it's a good song. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love the Jacksons. I have all their records, because I collect Michael Jackson himself. Speaking of Michael Jackson, I don't know when the hell they're going to come out with new music for that guy. He has so much unreleased music, probably, and They do not release anything. Okay. But hope everyone had a good day today. I did. Easy day. Didn't really do much of anything. I'm off today from work. I just stayed home most of the day. Really hanging out at home, watching some Christmas shows, Christmas specials, the old stuff you grew up with as a kid. But that damn light. So yeah. I don't know, people. What do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to talk about? Maybe if y'all get me going, I can talk about something. I'm not sitting here mumbling. Have you heard of a Binko Elvis CD set? I saw several at the record store earlier and never heard of it. That sounds a little bit familiar. Obviously, it's probably a bootleg thing, but let me see. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I got a text message from somebody. Yeah, Bilko. Okay, Bilko. Yes, Bilko. I heard of that label before. There's so many Elvis bootleg labels out there on that vinyl and everything. But I don't get into that collecting aspect. There's only one Elvis bootleg I really want, and it's a really controversial one. It's the what's it called? The Elvis Greatest Shit. It's the one with him actually has the National Enquirer cover on it of him in his casket, but the imagery and stuff, it's like holy crap! Like who had the balls to do that release? But yeah, I'm looking at these Bilko releases. They're like import. I guess they're really from. I think they're bootlegs from Europe. Hmm. And some live shows they have from Elvis on tour, all that. Pretty cool. Cut Me and I Bleed is good also. I heard of that release. Again, I'm not familiar with bootlegs like that. Hold on 1 second, excuse me. Okay. All right. It's basically Elvis cussing on every song on the CD. Okay, I love seeing that stuff, and you know what? Elvis cussing is hilarious to me because I'm glad that finally, after all these freaking years, RCA Sony Legacy is releasing that stuff. Like we hear it on that From Elvis Nashville release. They're finally doing releases with him cussing. It's great. I mean, it's show. Oh my gosh, Elvis is human. He cusses. But I know there's still some missing outtakes of him cussing, like, I guess, really extreme, maybe saying some crazy stuff. Like, for example, from what I understand, there's some few missing takes of Elvis during the Jungle Room sessions because Elvis is saying really crazy shit apparently that they don't want us to hear. Apparently, from what I understand, there's takes of Elvis during the Jungle Room sessions talking about how high he is right now. It's like, oh, like I'm so high or something to that nature of him being on drugs. But yeah, and I don't think that type of stuff will never see the light of day. You know, they don't want to tarnish his legacy in any way. Um, but Elvis was human. He was flawed, just like everybody is. And some are flawed more than others. But I don't know. I take a piss in every fountain in the heart of Rome. I remember hearing that on the box set. That was hilarious. I was like, what the hell? You know what other box set? Actually, the FTD release of the rehearsals from That's the Way It Is. There's a lot of funny stuff in there. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of funny stuff in there. Hilarious. I got 13 people here. That's cool. I appreciate everybody. Whoever else is here, if you can like the video, that would be great. And I also hope, I mean, if I have 13 people here, throw a comment in here. Say hi or tell me where you're from. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, where I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from New York. But what's your favorite thing at Graceland? All right. There we go. We have a question now. Well, I've been to Graceland 3 times, and my favorite thing will always probably be his clothes, just his style of his clothes. That's my favorite thing on display there, is seeing all the jumpsuits, seeing just his regular wardrobe. That guy is awesome. It's awesome. And I'll always go back to Graceland. I don't live far from it because I live in Georgia. I probably live about, I would say no more than 6 hours away from Memphis. And I can totally just get in the car and go. And every time I go, it's a different experience. So I've been 3 times. First time was with my father. Second time was with my cousin. And then the third time was with my daughter. And she enjoyed it very much too. Of course, I'm probably going to go again. And since I'm a Prince fan, I really got to go to Paisley Park. Oh my gosh, I got to go there so bad because I got to get there. It's far away. It's farther away. I'm going to have to fly. You're going to drive too far. So definitely want to go there. But Graceland's totally worth it. And I went the first 2 times I went, it was so cheap to go. And just to let y'all know, if you guys never been to Graceland, the time I recommend to go is between holidays. Like when people aren't touring, you know, tourists usually, you know, go on vacations in the spring and the summertime, of course. So I recommend going between Thanksgiving and Christmas if you can. It's dead. You can get hotels cheap because no one's doing tourist attractions during the holidays. Really, everyone's with family. Every time, 2 out of the 3 times I went right after Thanksgiving, and you know you can get a deluxe package for pretty cheap. It's totally worth going. You know, so I've been 5 or 6 times and through 9 or 10 times. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember when Graceland, the first 2 times we went, they were joint. They had a joint venture deal or whatever. I guess they were joint with Sun Records at one point and certain museums in downtown Memphis, but not anymore. So you got to get all that stuff separately. I remember I stayed at the Heartbreak Hotel twice. The second time I went, it was the last time before they tore it down. They tore it down like the following year. So let's see. You can basically walk around in the house by yourself now. I bet. I bet no one's there now. Are you kidding? But even when I went after the holiday, man, there was no crowds. None. In none of the museums. Nowhere. It was amazing. Um, But yeah, does Graceland have super rare, one of a kind, exclusive Elvis records on display? I mean, they have albums on display or some of his EPs on display to show the history of Elvis, and they're in beautiful shape. Oh my gosh, they had some Sun records there. I mean, it makes you wonder if they're really original, because it could be reproductions. But if they're not, man, they're in beautiful shape. Or Elvis's debut album they have in this frame, or they'll have some of his EPs, maybe from people who are big record collectors of Elvis, donate their collections or something, or on loan or whatever. But yeah, I'm going again soon for sure. I had the house to myself a couple of times, and it was always cool. Yeah, it really is. It really is cool. Yeah, Heartbreak Hotel, that was cool. I kind of wish they kept it. That was cool that it was there. It was cool that there was actually a hotel named Heartbreak Hotel. And it was on, I remember it was on the street it was on, the address was called Lonely Street, which was funny. Pretty cool. But I enjoyed it very much. I remember the second time I went, I think it only cost for the hotel, they had a huge deal going on. There was so many things. It was the hotel for 2 days, 2 nights, tickets to Sun Records. It was me and my cousin, so 2 tickets for everything. The Stax Museum, the Rock and Soul Museum, a shuttle to and forth from our hotel to downtown Memphis. The anytime, like it ran every 30 minutes or something, so you can never miss it. A dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe in Memphis. I think all that stuff was like $500. It was a steal of a deal. Not like that no more. Times have surely changed. All right, cool. I got 13 people and 13 likes. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm not gonna stand here for like 30 more minutes and I'm gone, people. I never been to Grayson. Can you go upstairs? Anthony, you cannot go upstairs. It's just something that's not open to the public. Obviously, because Elvis passed away up there, and they just not everything's part of the tour really, except for the upstairs. You know, so you just gotta. I don't know. You can see pictures of the upstairs on the internet somewhere if you look them up. But but yeah, it wasn't the This Is Elvis documentary movie. But there's other shots you can see that people share on fan sites on Facebook of the upstairs. But you can even see pictures of his bathroom where, it happened. Sorry, excuse me a second. Okay. So some people got sneaky with that. No, like even pictures from there was candid pictures just of upstairs, like when he was dating Linda, when he was with Linda Thompson. There's pictures of her in his bedroom. I don't know who they're from, but they're probably some personal pictures also. But pics were in the inquiry. Anyone here read What Happened by the Elvis Bodyguards? No, I haven't. What happened? I'll be 14. Okay. Nashville's in the house. Did you ever make a review of the Viva Las Vegas box set? You talking about the box set from FTD, the Sessions box set? I own that. I did, but I don't advise you look at it. My early videos are so bad, so bad. I mean, I'm not. I would hope that I improved, but they were hell. My videos are a hell lot better than they were then. I was just no personality. I felt like, yeah. Diana Williams, are you from Nashville? I assume. Yeah. So when I hit the 2 hour mark, I'm gonna get off of here. But again, I just appreciate everybody coming by. I really do. Do you think this section? Do you think the Sessions box sets are a little redundant? A little bit. They're cash grabs. I mean, like I said a million times over, every through the decades, especially since Elvis passed away, through all these years, 40 something years, at least 40 years, little by little they give us unreleased material. And every time they give us material, they repackage it with more unreleased material. But now they're at a point where all the unreleased material, the most complete stuff is out there. So now they're starting to put them in these big box sets that cost stupid money. They're a little bit redundant because all those years you bought all that stuff and you still don't have the complete sessions of, Elvis that's American Sound, or Elvis at Stax, or even that from Elvis in Nashville. Those aren't the complete takes. They're not. What is it going to take for us to get the complete takes? Again, but there's different issues why they're not the complete sessions. Some takes maybe were lost. Some takes were maybe misnumbered. Some are, maybe they think some are even worth releasing because they're just false starts. Or maybe there's some crazy stuff being said on on some of those takes. Like maybe Elvis is cussing worse than usual. I mean, who knows? But I don't know. They make for not the most interesting listen, good for archiving, I guess. But yeah, Eric, they are a little bit redundant, half and half. It's a double-edged sword, I think, when it comes to that. But people like me still buy the stuff. I'll complain and be like, "No, I'm not buying it," and then most of the time I buy it. I can understand why people get tired of buying stuff over and over, and I'm sure one day I'll get to that point. Um, and I'm sure one day I will sell my whole collection off. And every time I say that, people are like, "Oh my gosh, I would never sell my Elvis collection. I would never this. I would never that." Me, I never say never. Somebody can offer me a good price for everything. I would totally take it. But I don't see me um, ever selling. I can see me selling my collection of vinyl of Elvis and whoever. Probably when I get into my 50s. I'm 32 now. And when I get into my 50s, when I get older, I'll probably wind down. I feel like I already wind down a lot with buying a lot of stuff. Not even because of what's going on, it's because it's hard for me to find something I don't have of Elvis. Because the stuff that I'm missing is very rare and very pricey. But I have a lot of the major releases. I have all the commercial stuff that he released during his life, of 45s and of LPs. I'm missing some EPs. I'm working on EPs. I'm missing, like say for example, Loving You came out in volume 1, 2. I think volume 1 and 2, and maybe a volume. No, it was volume 1 and 2. Of certain albums from the 50s broken up. I don't have all those EPs. But so I did get some EPs. Post death stuff, I have most of them, and I only collect the U.S. pressings for the most part. If I see something interesting that's an import, I'll buy it. But I'm just limiting myself because I can spend so much money if I wanted. Oh my gosh, I could spend a lot of money. I don't want to go broke from this hobby. But I can see me selling my stuff one day. This is the thing. People, like I said, people will be like, "Oh, I'll never sell my stuff. I can never do it." I mean, what are you gonna do when you die? Are you gonna, unless you have someone in your family that cares enough that you would like to pass it on? Sure. I mean, give it to them. But I also think that, like me, my daughter likes Elvis, but I don't think enough to keep it going. I'll probably sell my stuff, um, and hopefully before I pass away, because I would like for someone else to enjoy it. I would like to get something out of it. And you can't take it with you when you go. You just can't. It's just possessions. In the end of the day, it's just possessions. So I can enjoy it as much as I can, and I'll get rid of it. And hopefully, whoever it buys from me, they'll just appreciate as much as I did when I had it. But yeah, think we'll ever get a 1970 tour concert on FTD? They did release one. It was actually a part of a Ftd Book. I think it was Taking Care of Business in a Flash. I really want that book. I don't think you can get it on the shop website anymore, but I'm sure you can probably get it if you go to Memphis. But there is a show there. I don't know how good of quality it is, but there is a show on there from the first little tour, or I think it was from November of 1970, or one of his first little tours he did. But I never heard it, but I know it's part of that release. But yeah. It's like when they master them, they have they have like a little bit of an effect on them or something. I know what you're saying. I get along the lines of what you're saying. A lot of stuff we got in the past several years with FTD has gotten us spoiled. I remember years ago, any new release was a lot of excitement. Now it's like, what's the next one? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. For me, yeah, Elvis releases aren't as excited as they used to be, because they're at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, so they're coming up with different concepts, and I admire that they're trying to come up with different concepts like the RPO albums, reworking of his gospel music, the Viva Elvis album. Just think of all the little projects they did over the years. I think it's cool, but I think it's great that they're finally touching on these undubbed sessions songs. That's the stuff I always wanted to hear and see released. And we got it in this. We got it in the American Sound Studio box set from FTD. I personally liked, in a way, these complete or these session box sets. Any soundboards from 1970 tour? I just explained that. There is some out there, but I don't think there's many for some reason. But yeah. Well, like I said, I know there's definitely one in an Ftd book, but I don't know how good the quality is. Yeah. There's not even a lot of shows from 1971 on bootleg soundboards from what I remember. But London Elvis shop is good for hard to get FTDs. See, I mean, that's the thing about the UK and Europe. I'm not trying to knock us people in the US, but in a nutshell, I feel like the UK and Europe, they really appreciate Elvis more than the US does. Definitely. I mean, it shows with the type of tributes they do for Elvis, and his releases still hit the charts today in the UK and in Europe. So I think it's great that, especially overseas, and especially seeing the fact that Elvis never toured outside the country, how huge he is in other countries. I think because the US is just used to having Elvis. Like, I could be wrong, but I feel like the Beatles are bigger here than they are in the UK. Because they're from England and whatever, or Liverpool. Liverpool they're from. That's right. I feel like they're bigger here. I feel like it's always opposite, except for certain people. But yeah, certain artists. Yes, they need more with the undubbed stuff. RCA, Hollywood 72, and Nashville 71. Come on, RCA. Anthony, I think in time we will see all that stuff. I really do. I think RCA, Sony Legacy will release that on their own label. Some of that stuff has been released in pieces on what do you call it, FTD. Like, for example, those Elvis got the gospel side of Elvis, those Ftd books, volume 1 and 2. There's some they have the undubbed versions on one of those books of the He Touched Me album, which I think is probably, I'd love to hear that. Stuff like that. This, that has like orchestra on it and all the other added stuff that they put in his songs back then. So, but I think in time we will see all that, because I think that's where they're at now, and I think that's what they are going to do. The Essentials Elvis volumes 1 through 5 were great back in the day with all the unreleased stuff at the time. Yeah, at the time, those were very exciting releases. I think I owned the first 3 CDs, and I own 2 of the vinyls. Let me show you the vinyls, because one of them is actually both of them may be sealed. Let me show you the Essential Elvis. I know what you're talking about. Those came out in the 1980s. They started in the 80s. Here's volume 1. Yeah, this is sealed. I got this. The Essential Elvis. This is still sealed. Pretty cool. And this one's actually harder to find, especially more harder to find than volume 1, because this came out, right when CDs were getting big. But when did this one come out? Well, this came out in '88 also, but this is a lot more rare. This is volume 2, and this is still sealed too. I had this for a little while. There is a volume 3 on vinyl, but I think it was only in the Europe or UK. And I seen it, but it wasn't in good shape. I would like to get the volume 3 of it. See, there's certain import releases I like to get, but these are really cool to have. I only own a few of the CDs, but yeah. Oh, hey, this is hard to find. Let me show you this. This was a limited of 10,000, but I got this. Mine's number 5010. The collector's gold set. This is still sealed. I got this for a steal, man. This came out in the early 90s, 92. This is really the last major Elvis release on vinyl in the US. Like the 50s and 60s and 70s box set, those were released in other countries, I think like Europe or something, or UK. But this is cool to have. Yep. I agree. Seems like the UK appreciates past music more. I just feel like the UK, and they just appreciate not even just past music in general, like stuff that generally isn't. Sometimes when the US writes people off, like certain acts or artists, musicians, they can always be successful somewhere else. Like, for example, I always use him as an example, George Michael. I love George Michael. I own some of his stuff. I'm a big George Michael fan, really big George Michael fan. He, after Faith, really, the U.S. wrote him off. He was big for a little bit with Listen Without Prejudice, but after that, he still had a huge career outside of the U.S. I love George Michael. Great, and I love Lamb too. I've been listening to Last Christmas because that's a great Christmas song, but it's true. RCA Studio B, where Elvis recorded in Nashville, rarely booked anymore. I wonder if I didn't know Studio B still even like operates. I know it's still there. They should do touring. They should do like why don't they hold tours at Studio B? That'd be cool. Who would have thought there would be such a demand for outtakes? Love them though. You'd think the Stones and the Beatles would do FTD style material. They do, but again, don't get me started with the Beatles, please. I like the Beatles to a very small extent. I'm not saying I despise them, but God, they really robbed their fans blind. Oh my gosh. Think of all the times they re-released their studio albums. And for example, when Sgt. Pepper came out, the 50th anniversary and a few years back, they just gave us a handful of outtakes. I guarantee you, within the next 10 years, they will re-release. Let's say for the 60th, they're going to re-release it in 2027 if the world's still around then. They're going to release it with more unreleased outtakes. Watch, because the Beatles will always be huge. I think even they're more collectible than Elvis. I'll say it. They robbed their fans blind with all the releases. But you know what? They're getting money for it. You know, even while two of them are dead, and Paul McCartney doesn't even have to come out with music. Same with Ringo Starr, man. They don't even have to come out with stuff. They don't even have to tour anymore, and they still do. But yep, Europe gets the FTDs before us. Also, they really do. They always do. They have videos up on YouTube before they are even released here in the U.S. That's true. Yeah, I mean that's where they're made. That's where the FTDs are made. You know, it's funny enough. This From Elvis in Nashville was made in the EU. I feel like they wanted to release this on FTD. And they probably changed their mind and probably did it. So I think they split releases between Sony Legacy and FTD. But any news on the next FTD release or any upcoming projects? Well, we know we're getting that On the Road with Elvis from Bruce Jackson book. We know we're getting that. Eventually next year, we know we are going to get, because they talked about it a while ago, another Sessions box set. And it's going to probably be a Blue Hawaii. Those are two I know that will definitely happen next year, probably. Well, we know that Bruce Jackson book, but I can guarantee you at some point in the year we will get Blue Hawaii soundtrack Sessions box set, you know. Because I mean, I'm sure there's still a lot of stuff that's unreleased there. You know, I mean, there you go. And hopefully we'll see. They came out with King Creole earlier this year on Blu-ray. And I know that Blue Hawaii is owned by Paramount too. I would love to see Blue Hawaii on Blu-ray. I think it would be great to see that remastered in high definition on Blu-ray. This King Creole, man, I talked about it on here before. King Creole, that looked amazing on Blu-ray. Oh my gosh, amazing! I just watched it a couple weeks ago again because I got a 70-inch TV now. I had a smaller TV, so I got a 70-inch, 4K TV or whatever. And I watched it. Oh man, it was amazing. Amazing. I loved it. Good stuff. So oh, Anthony, you must have watched my predictions video. I hope you're right about the Potluck Sessions box set coming soon. I love early 60s Elvis Studio B. That's that's the two albums I love a lot. Of course, is from Elvis in Memphis. And I love Elvis's back. I like Elvis's. I love Elvis in the '60s of his regular studio work. But there, like I said before, there's a lot of there's some hidden gems on those soundtrack albums. And I'm going to do a video on that one day. I want to do like a top 10 list of I think the best soundtrack songs. Some are probably predictable, but some I think maybe people I think would be shocked or maybe they didn't think of. But yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on one second. Excuse me for a moment. All right. I'm back. Thanks for this live chat. You are so welcome. I enjoy doing this. Thrill of Your Love, underrated. I love Thrill of Your Love. That's a good song. That was on Elvis's Back. Great song. I love that Elvis's Back Sessions box set. Very good. Where is it? Right here. Good box set. Love it. Elvis is alive. He is alive in a certain sense. He lives in us Elvis fans. Be nice to have all the Elvis movies on a Blu-ray in one box set with a lot of special features. That's the thing. I wish they would do special features because I heard in certain movies. Let's talk about this. I heard in certain movies there are like deleted scenes of some of the Elvis's movies. Like for example, I know in Charo there's a deleted nudity scene. The part where it's like the one of the lead. It's like the leading lady, a girl he was kind of involved with. There's a nudity scene in that. Um, I think it basically shows her chest and everything. But they deleted that because Elvis's movies usually a family-oriented movie, so it can appeal to more audiences. But all in one box set is really impossible to put all his movies in one box set because they're owned from different studios. The majority is owned by Warner Brothers and Paramount, unless they don't, they lost the rights to the movie. Like for example, the ones that were certain ones from MGM. Was it MGM? Like Follow That Dream, Clambake, Frankie and Johnny. Those aren't owned from the original studios anymore. They're available somewhere. They're available in other studios, and maybe even Wild in the Country. And what's the other one? Flaming Star. But it would be cool if they could do that. They do it. They did like some kind of joint venture of it. But all right, you have a good night too, Cinnamon Canella. If I'm saying it right, if I'm not, I apologize. My favorite FTD release, man. I don't know. There's so many, so many. Book wise is um, the rocker. The this one. Book wise is this. No, not this. Oh, never mind. Scratch that. This one. Love this book. They're too bad the concert couldn't be better, but all the screaming girls ruined it. That was an amazing concert. But yeah. Just a regular CD release. I guess I would say that the American Sound studio sessions can never get tired of this era. Concert recordings, the on-stage season. It was the one that the release that had a soundboard of the opening and closing show of that season. Love that release. Love that release. Also to have all 50s shows remastered in one set. Okay, I would love to see all of his TV appearances. If you're talking, I'm talking. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but yeah, his TV appearances from the '50s. That would be great to see. We do have. They came out on a box set. All the Ed Sullivan appearances. You can get those pretty easily. I would love to see, the Steve Allen show, the Milton Burrows shows that he appeared on. God, what else did he appear on? That local show in Memphis. I can't remember what it's called. That one guy, something dance party. Um, High Gardner show when he appeared on the High Gardner show. Stuff like that. I would love to see all that stuff remastered and released. Because when they remastered and released those Ed Sullivan shows, they looked amazing. And they were just on DVD and they looked amazing. But yep. Yes, Elvis is timeless in our hearts. How's the sound on the 1961 show compared to other releases? If you're talking about that benefit show in Hawaii, well, this is oh yeah, the Dorsey shows too. That's right. Let me get back to that. If you're talking about this is probably the best quality, but it's just oh my gosh, this it's still a little rough because it wasn't, of course, professionally recorded, and probably the tape was damaged from all these years. I mean, that's like a 60-year-old concert, but it would have been so much better. I mean, I know it's impossible because Elvis was like the best looking dude in the world and all that stuff. If the girls weren't screaming, it would have been an amazing show. But still cool to own. You kind of get annoyed with the screaming girls, but it does sound good. But yeah. Oh yeah, I have all 6 Dorsey shows on DVD. Brad Berry, tell me what release that's on. Maybe it's a bootleg. Let me know where you can get those Dorsey shows. I would really appreciate it if you can tell me. Mike Mason, what's up, man? How are you, sir? Good for you to come by, but I, I, I wish you didn't come later because I'm probably gonna get off of here soon. They gotta have footage of Elvis concerts. I not professionally, but there is. If you look on YouTube, you'll see stuff from February 1970, some stuff there, a little bit of footage. I think you can see some stuff from 1969. Full blown concerts, no, but there is footage from a news from I'm not sure if it's like a news channel, but when Elvis played Madison Square Garden, there's really good footage. Not just on what they put that release on Prince from Another Planet, those bits and pieces, but when he was wearing that white suit, there's good footage of Elvis at Madison Square Garden. It was kind of not really far away, but it was a wide shot of Elvis, and it's really good footage. You could probably find it on YouTube somewhere though. What's that book called, White Rabbit? It is called from FTD. Elvis Presley Rock Around the Block, but it's spelled like Bloch because there was an arena in Hawaii. Sorry that the quality sucks. You can't see the title itself. But this book has been out of print. It's probably a little pricey when it comes up. I think this is another book that doesn't come up too often on the market. It really does not. But yeah. Let me see. Any favorite Elvis songs from his catalog you would have liked to hear him? Any favorite Elvis songs from his catalog you would have liked to hear him do? Um, They never really played in concert. Let's see. I think it would have been great to hear him sing "Tomorrow Never Comes" from Elvis Country. That would have been cool to hear. Definitely would have been cool to hear. Did he ever do how the web was woven on stage? Probably not. That would have been good to hear. It just appeared on the rehearsals and stuff. I think, but it probably didn't fit into the show like that. That's why he didn't do them. I think usually when Elvis made a decision not to do a certain song on stage, it was a good one. But yeah. Oh, another song I would love to hear him do on stage? I don't think it's been done either. The Last Farewell from Live from Elvis Presley Boulevard. I like that song. Yeah. I like the undubbed version of that. It's really good. Really good. But yeah. All right, everybody's talking among themselves. That's cool. But you know, guys, I'm probably gonna end it here. I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm glad people turned out. I really do appreciate people stopping by. And before I go, I just want to say thank you guys for being a part of my channel, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, commenting, good or bad. And I really do. I hope everyone has a great holiday. Hope everybody's staying safe out there and healthy. And sorry, that was probably really loud on there. But I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope everyone had a good time coming and asking me questions. Um, spell the name of the book. Okay. I'll just put it in the comments real quick before I leave. Just for White Rabbit out there. Okay, it's Rock Round. Here you go. For you. Okay. All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for coming by. Happy holidays to you. So happy holidays, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you all real soon. Hopefully I'll come at you guys with a new video soon without getting distracted, because every time I try to do a copy, I can make copies of the stage shows if you want. Oh wait, Brad Berry, can you make me a copy of the stage shows? That would be great, man. I would totally appreciate it. I tell you what, Brad Berry, leave me a comment in this video when this video is over, and I will give you my email address. Okay? Will that work? Let me know real quick before I get off of here. But yeah. So thanks for everybody coming by. I hope you all had a good time. I did. Again, hope everybody has a good holiday, whatever y'all release. Okay, thank you, Brad. Awesome. All right. So thank you guys, and I hope I'll come at you guys soon with a new video, and I will see you all later. And goodbye. See you later. Have you all have a good night.